So finally, we're going to talk about the third-party companies. Now we don't have a list prepared. We're going to be using a list of games from a website and just talking about what we perceive will be there and what we think how they're going to be perceived.
We're going to wing this.
We're going to wing it pretty badly. But the first thing I want to talk about is the ones that actually have press events. Konami is not going to have one. My understanding is that they
yes,
won't.
they are.
They all they really have is Metal Gear Solid 5 anyways, and PES. And all their random games.
You know, it's not going to be more Castlevania guy. The guy who basically handled Castlevania is gone.
He's gone, and whatever he is doing, I don't know.
Now, they might have Contra.
But
they're not going to announce anything big at E3, probably. If they're going to show it, it's probably going to be at Tokyo.
Yeah, so I think Konami's pretty much on this zone, kind of like Sega, where they're kind of like, we don't want to talk too much about our games, but we're just going to kind of have like one or two major games to talk about. Sega specifically is going to have Alien Isolation. That's going to have a full playable show.
They have Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom, both the 3DS and Wii U versions. I almost don't think they're going to be even mentioned in Nintendo's the Direct event, but that's the only third-party game they got. Then by all means.
I don't know if there's anything else Sega. I mean, they probably do.
Yakuza, but that's not coming to America anytime soon.
No.
Phantasy Star Online 2 is just got English servers, but in China. So, let's not talk about that. Anyway, from that, we're going to look at the other two big guys who have press conferences. First, EA.
Yes.
EA last year was boring as all get out. Lots of sports. Way too many sports.
Actually, and they're not really sports games. They were sport tech demos.
Yeah.
They wanted to show off this engine, and we didn't get to see anything really good come out before.
Now, to their credit, they did have a really good demo of Battlefield.
Yes.
And they also showed off the Plants vs. Zombies game. That was a third-person shooter.
Garden Warfare.
That was actually pretty interesting. It was really neat of an idea, to be honest. Even though they turned into a shooter.
And there's
some microtransactions.
And now apparently, the fact that also Battlefield had a big problem with the servers.
And then they also ended it with Mirror's Edge, which was a great way to end it.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. So now the question comes in: is this E3? We know there's 6 games that are going to be announced of some sort. One of them I definitely know is going to be a Mass Effect game. It's been so long since we saw Mass Effect; it's got to be there. We obviously know there's going to be the usual sports endeavors. Also, they're going to apparently be showing off UFC, which is for the first time. Though, as of this day, they haven't shown off anything. Apparently, they're going to show it off today on June 3rd.
Oh, great.
So, on that note, we also know that they're going to probably show off probably some other games from PopCap coming out to platforms.
Now, I also think that they're going to... also Battlefield. They're going to show Battlefield.
The new Battlefield Hardline. They're going to have a full playable demo.
That leaked.
Yeah, that leaked. They're going to show it off again because they're going to want to. And I think after that, it's pretty much...
They said there's no need for speed this year. They said the guy's working on something different.
Yeah, and
I don't know what that is, but they are.
I think that Mirror's Edge 2 might be hinted at again, another teaser trailer, but I don't know if
maybe a story teaser, kind of like saying what's happening, and then bam, it's gone.
Yeah, because I think the game is still another year out at least. What they showed last year was all they had, my understanding.
And I do think they're going to show something big at the end, but like a Mirror's Edge, because I've noticed in the last 3 years or so with conferences from third parties, mainly so basically EA and Ubisoft. Is they always like to one-up each other at the very end. Those games are great, but this one will blow your socks off. In fact, Watch Dogs was the thing, the real one that really started.
That was 2 E3s ago. In fact, let's talk about Ubisoft. Ubisoft has 2 Assassin's Creed games.
2.
One
wasn't enough.
One for the 360 PS3 and one for the PS4 and Xbox One and PC. I think they're going to show Unity, of course. Assassin's Creed Unity. They're not really going to show the other game because they're going to emphasize that. By the way,
show both. You never know, Alex.
And by the way, I'm still going to do the whole counting of tablets because I want to see where this goes. The Crew will be a big thing for that game for them. They're going to show the Division again. Hopefully not downgraded.
Because it was really well last time.
Now they could announce, and they already said they're going to show off that World War I side-scrolling game for Ubi-Art. They might show another Ubi-Art project. They just released Child of Light, so they're obviously going to have some games pushing that. They might wait until later to show off any future Ubi-Art games. Another Rayman is way too far out.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. Rabbids Game, maybe.
A new Rabbids, maybe.
Xbox One.
Aisha Tyler is doing the voices, is doing the head of the ceremonies again.
I guess she's the one they go to now.
Yeah, I mean, they did Joe McHale for 2 years, right? Or just one? Either way, Aisha Taylor is there again. So good for her. She was actually a pretty good host the last a couple of times. Maybe a little overbearing last year, but we'll find out how she is this year. Hashtag. And then we go to things like the other publishers. First is Bethesda. No Fallout 4. It's just not going to happen, guys.
Alex,
it's not happening.
Come on.
No, they're already... No, Bethesda's already releasing... ZeniMax is already releasing... going to be releasing that... The Evil Within. And they already have The Elder Scrolls Online, however badly that's doing. And we're also going to be seeing a new game they announced called Battle Cry, which is more of like an action sort of experience. That's the game they're going to emphasize.
Fallout 4.
It's not coming. It's not going to happen.
There's a lot of people out there expecting us to say Fallout 4.
Okay, well, Fallout 4. I said it. I don't agree with it, but I'm just going to go with that. And so Warner Brothers is going to have some games. Yep. They've already kind of shown off Mortal Kombat X, or Mortal Kombat 10. That's coming out. It's cross-gen, and they're going to have gameplay at E3. That game was like a terrible secret because Ed Boon kept on tweeting about it all the time. So,
and also, they're going to have the Batman game.
Yep, they're going to have both Lego Batman and they're going to have Batman Arkham Knight.
Yep,
the final game in the quadrilogy because it was 4 games in it.
Yeah. Well, actually, also Blackgate.
Blackgate's a side game. I don't care. But they're going to have that obviously full demo. They're not going to have any press event to show it off, so it's just going to be what they show off at other streams and whatnot.
They might show it off at the Microsoft's or Sony's.
They might. I mean, they had exclusive content in Sony's conferences before, so it's definitely something they can have. Activision will be there. By that I mean Call of Duty Advanced Warfare will be there.
Yes.
I don't think Activision really shows anything else. Skylanders is a different monster altogether.
They always show it off at like toy fairs.
Yeah, they don't show it off in anything else.
No, and also there's going to be Destiny, but that's going to be on the PlayStation.
That's only going to be Sony's thing. Even though it's everything, Sony's been really holding on to it for dear life.
Because like, this is ours. You can't have it yet.
You can't have it yet, though Destiny is going to be mentioned on other platforms too.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some big things that Activision has, but Activision really doesn't. They tend not to really care about E3.
No, because they don't need to. They pretty much have what they need to do.
Yeah, they say we'll appear in your press conference, and then that's all we need to do. We out, and that's all we need to do.
Everyone's like, yeah.
So let's talk about the other Japanese publishers. Namco Bandai. We got the One Piece games.
And
we got
the
Tales of. I don't think we're going to see much from them. We already Pac-Man. We got the new Pac-Man.
Actually, no, we're going to see something big from them. Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah, well
they are developing Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Pac-Man ends up in Smash Brothers.
You heard it here first, or wherever else you heard it first. You heard it here again. And then you got Capcom. We already kind of thought that maybe a Resident Evil game is coming to Sony exclusively.
And also no Mega Man games.
Mega Man
They pretty much said outright that Mega Man is... Well, Mega Man's in sleep.
It's in sleep.
As like all the other franchises we never use, ever.
Ever again. Ultra Street Fighter 4 comes out like right now, so that's done. There's rumors, I think, of Darkstalkers finally coming out.
They actually gonna do that? And also I heard something about a Dino Crisis, maybe? Or people wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking for space dinos. I mean, seriously. Or evil dinos. That was Dino Crisis 3 that had the space. Anyways, Deep Down. Will that even be there? I don't think it will.
Deep Down is their big push. They really want to push it. They're gonna push it.
I thought Deep Down was a game that was like really kind of not coming to America. I think it was really Japanese only.
They showed it off in America, so well...
We'll find out when they finally get what they want to do with it whenever it's ready. With Square Enix, we know they're going to have Final Fantasy 15, and we know they're going to have Kingdom Hearts 3. Whether they come out in the next decade, I don't know. But they're going to have other game announcements too, because they also publish games from Eidos. People are hearing Just Cause 3.
Mm-hmm.
I also think there's going to be the sequel to the game Triad Wars, which is a sequel to a game I can't remember. It ends with dogs, but and it's not Watch Dogs either. But it's that's definitely coming out soon. They've been hyping it up quietly without announcing it, and I think that's going to be
another game they might announce because of the success that's been with Bravely Default, Bravely Second.
They might. I don't.
And maybe also you think Theater Rhythm Curtain Call might also be there. Maybe. But those are. I mean, the 3DS has been good to them.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Nintendo published them.
Nintendo published them, so I kind of always published Bravely Default. So I don't know unless Nintendo's going to announce Bravely Second that they're publishing, which could always happen at their direct event. And so there's also a bunch of other developers and publishers that we could cover, but there's just too many,
and we're very tired.
And we're very tired. So let's just get down the chase. Who do we think is going to win E3?
That's a tough question.
It's a tough question because there's a lot at stake this E3.
Because right now Sony's coasting, but they can't.
But they can't coast
because right now we reached the point where anything that they had over Microsoft's pretty much said, we're
Sony too, as I was saying.
Yeah, and so because of that, now they're on even grounds, and now they really gotta duke it out.
Yeah,
they have their advantage of having so many people buying them.
Yeah,
but now it's getting to a point where okay, now you guys need to really start telling us game-wise which one to buy.
Yeah, and then meanwhile Nintendo is in a position where it's kind of left behind with the other two, and now it needs to build the momentum that it's established with Mario Kart, as well as what they're going to bring out with Smash Brothers. So we're at this point now where all three are in some dire need to get people's attention.
And based on how the fact that they keep announcing all these games before E3, it's clear they want to try to one-up one another and just try to get people excited for E3 well beyond before E3.
Yeah. So we got Microsoft. Microsoft's got this green carpet showing with all these celebrities. They're going to show all these streams to emphasize the games. They're going to be showing off all the game. We have NG kernels, right? We're going to show off these huge collections of Halo games. Meanwhile, Sony's having 40 different theaters showing off their games. It's an hour-and-a-half conference to show off what we presume would be several different games from multiple public developers who've been working on games for years. And then you also have Nintendo, which has not only this digital event, but also an actual televised competition and other events all over during the course of E3 to try and really get people pulled in. It's really going to be a bloodbath of information.
It's been a long time since people have gotten this hyped for E3. I mean, last year people were excited, but I think this year it's like everyone's been like in the industry like, this is the one! This is the one! This is the one!
Yeah, but they're overhyping it. We've already pretty much given, 80% of what we guessed is pretty much going to be right. So
now, the other thing is that maybe they're announcing everything. It would really be a shame if everything they announced before E3 is E3.
So, we've been talking about the prefacing. We didn't answer the question. Who do we think is going to win E3?
Honestly, Sony is in a position to win.
Sony's in a position to win. And it's not because we can say, Sony's going to win because Sony's going to win. No, because they have a lot of potential to announce a lot of new games.
They have to do something very bad to be able to get really happy with them.
We've seen lists of games being shown on the Twitch channel during E3 and whatnot, and to be honest, there isn't a lot from Sony. So the question is Sony actually going to show a lot of stuff? And what we just mentioned, all these things based on what we assume will happen, and they can keep things close to the chest because they think they can coast, and that's going to do some damage. But I think that Sony does have the advantage to win.
Just because they're starting out 5 steps above everyone else.
Nintendo, we know a good half of their games at least. Microsoft, we have the leak, so we kind of have the lack of really surprises. And Sony has all these unknowns that are there. Though we do know some of these unknowns, but they have more potential unknowns. Honestly.
So right now, so I'm just saying because the fact that Sony's got pretty much on the top of their game, Sony's going to win. Because right now, basically, they're a giant boulder rolling downhill.
It's their E3 to lose, honestly.
If they lose E3, it's their fault.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was our predictions for E3 2014.
Yep, and so next week we're going to be watching it all. We're going to be live tweeting most of them. We're going to try and live tweet some of them. I sometimes have trouble with the internet. But on that note, we're going to have videos to cover all our impressions. We made some bingo cards. That'll be on our website, TheRedMinion.com. You can follow the link below.
Play along with us, and you can lose with us, too.
Exactly, because we're usually wrong. And on that note, leave comments below. Give your own baseless guesses and predictions for what's going on E3. So on that note, let's go to E3. Oh, wait, we're not invited.
No. I'm Tony.
I'm Alex.
This is The Red Minion.